What is happening, automotive fanatics? It's Peter, your automotive fanatic, coming at you guys with a DIY for your vehicle. If you guys are new to my channel, I want to go ahead and thank you for stopping by. Here on the Automotive Fanatic, what I do is I show DIYers like yourself and me how to do maintenance on your vehicles, as well as shop talk and just a bunch of other things within the automotive industry. And I do hope that you find today's video helpful. Now, if you are a returning automotive fanatic, thank you for supporting the channel. What we are going to do today is we're going to do some basic maintenance work on my 2020 X2 M35i engine. The first thing, we are going to work on an oil change. For oil type, there's going to be a lot of different oil types out there that are very high quality. For myself, I have used AMSOIL products for many years with great success. I'm not going to push AMSOIL because I know everybody has their own preference. The reason why I like AMSOIL is the fact that it's a class 4 motor oil and has worked out very well. So this one is going to be 0W20, which BMW recommends for this specific motor. And you also want to make sure you get a high quality filter. Don't get any of that AutoZone cheap junk stuff. This is going to be a MAN filter that's made in Germany for this vehicle as well. The other thing that you can also do is you can get a new drain plug as well as a new crush washer. I recommend those all the time because you don't want to reuse that. It's just cheap insurance that costs you maybe $5 to $10 for every 5 to 10,000 miles of oil change. So just cheap insurance. Now BMW specifies that for this specific motor, you want to do between 10 and 12,000 mile interval changes or 1 year. I personally think that's a little too long of an oil change. For myself, I do 7,500, which I think is a very good balance between maintaining the car as well as not completely spending too much money on oil. Because many years ago, shops were recommending oil changes for every 3,000 miles. And that's just absurd because the quality of oil nowadays is so good and so effective at lubricating your engine. So you can do 5,000 if you have an ultra high performance car that you're just constantly beating on all the time. Sure, go ahead and change it every 5,000 miles. But if you're kind of daily driving like I do, the X2, I believe 7,500 miles is more than sufficient. So with today's oil change, all we're going to do is we're going to, one, safely get the vehicle up in the air. You can use a combination of jack stands, some type of hydraulic jack to get it up, but always use jack stands to support the weight of the vehicle. I'm going to go ahead and use my VIVOR lift so that the car is completely off the ground. 2, you're going to access the drain plug. You're going to completely drain the oil. And then 3, you're going to change your filter. Now, with this particular car, I believe there's going to be a service panel underneath the undercarriage of the car that you have access to. So BMW does a nice job of helping you do these oil changes relatively conveniently for you. And then after all that's done, you replace it. You're going to go ahead and fill your oil up. This particular engine is supposed to take between 6 liters or quarts up to about 6.2. And what I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to take it a step further to really solidify how much oil you guys should put in the 35i engine. I'll drain it. I'm actually going to dump it in a measuring device, and I'm going to tell you exactly how much I take out from the drain and potentially from the filter, although that's going to be a little more challenging because it does drip a little bit more. That way I can share with you guys how much I'm putting in to keep it at a relatively safe level. Once the car is fully warmed up, it will tell me if I'm either low or a little too high, which obviously you do not want it. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and dive right into my X2 change the oil. I am underneath the vehicle, and as you guys can tell, there are, as I suspected, little service doors that allow you to drain your oil as well as remove the filter. Now this is going to be your drain bolt right here. That is going to be a 14 millimeter that you want to go ahead and remove. And we're going to go ahead and head on over here. Let's see if I could give you a little more light. Where this, that right there is going to be your filter assembly cover. Now, as you can tell right in the middle, that is going to be a Torx 55. You want to remove this piece here first, because what it does is it allows some of the oil that's accumulated in the cup to drain out. And from there, once that is drained, you take a 32 millimeter, you'll go ahead and put it around the head here, and you'll pull the filter off. So it'll come right through this door here. And again, oil is going to drain right through this here. The oil has started to drain here, and I want to make a correction. The OEM is going to be a 17 millimeter. I will allow this to go ahead and drain completely. I will close it up, and then I will move over to the oil filter. A little hard for you guys to see, but the trap door as well as the little plug to the filter housing has been removed with that T55 torque bit, and as suspected, oil did come out. It looks like it's pretty dry. Now I'll use that 32 millimeter to remove the oil filter canister. I wanted to show you the oil filter kit here from MAN. This is going to be your filter. This is actually that that hidden plug that's in the filter cap itself that you do remove. This is the old one. I didn't realize that I got a brand new one, which is very nice. This is going to be your O-ring that goes around the filter housing. Now the torque spec to this, believe it or not, it is listed. It's listed at 5 plus 2 Newton meters, and I have a small torque wrench that will get down to that level. So I will make sure to torque this to the housing. And then you've got your crush washer here. Everything I'm going to go ahead and put into the new housing, as I did go ahead and remove it. When you are putting the filter back in, it's going to be very important that you hand tighten it first, so that way it doesn't cross thread. So put the filter onto the canister and manually stick your hand up there and just tighten it. You'll feel it catch, and then it'll start to turn. So do that, and then you can go ahead and torque it down to 25 Newton meters. I got the new drain plug and crush washer on, and you want to torque this to 18 foot-pounds of torque. Top side, this is going to be your oil fill hole. So you essentially just open this up and put your oil there. Very self-explanatory. With the oil change completed on the X2, I wanted to share with you guys a couple of things that I did learn about the process. Originally, I thought the 35i oil change might be a little different compared to the 28, but it actually turns out it's exactly the same. You've got the panels underneath that are exactly the same, so the overall process is pretty much exactly the same. The overall oil that I actually pulled out was right at 5 quarts. and I ended up putting 4.8 quarts of the AMSOIL in there, what I will do is I will do an oil check on the car, and if it's a little too low, I'll just simply add a little bit at a time. I would rather have it low than high. I do want to thank everybody for stopping by and checking out this simple oil change on the BMW X2 M35i. If you like this video, make sure to give me 2 thumbs up. And if you have not already, please consider subscribing to the channel. We are so close to getting to 10,000 subscribers. I would really appreciate the support. Until the very next time, my automotive fanatic family, this is Peter, your automotive fanatic, signing off.